Welcome to Senior Care Insights. We're so glad you could join us today on our channel where we explore health and well-being for older adults.
Glad to be here.
Today, you're listening in on a chat between two experts, really, in health and psychology, both with years of experience in senior care.
That's right.
And for the next, about 30 minutes or so, we're going to dive deep into the secrets behind Japanese longevity. We'll look at diet, lifestyle, you name it.
It's a fascinating topic. Japan consistently has, well, one of the highest average lifespans globally, around 85 years, the latest data suggests.
85? Wow.
But it's not just the length of life, is it? It's the quality. Their health span seems remarkable, too. And their food traditions, they're even recognized by UNESCO.
Right, which really speaks volumes. So we're going to explore how that food and lifestyle really connect, yeah.
Exactly, how they weave together to support such long and, importantly, healthy lives.
Okay, so where do we start? I think the diet is probably the most obvious place. People talk a lot about it.
Definitely. And within the diet, vegetables are, well, they're absolutely fundamental, not just a side dish like often happens elsewhere.
Right, they feel central.
Absolutely central. You see an incredible variety in Japanese cooking. Roots, leafy greens, spices, you name it.
And that variety must be key, nutritionally speaking.
Precisely. It means a rich intake of phytochemicals, those amazing plant compounds, plus vitamins, minerals. It's a powerhouse, really.
And there's some specific national vegetables, you could almost call them, that pop up constantly, like negi onions.
Yes, negi. Great flavor base for simmered dishes, soups, hot pots, and interestingly, traditionally used as a cold remedy, too.
Huh. And kabocha pumpkin. It's a bit like butternut squash, but sweeter.
Yeah, exactly. Often cooked quite simply, maybe with just some soy sauce and sugar, a classic side dish.
Then there's daikon radish.
Yeah.
Very distinct, mild flavor.
Very versatile, too. You find it in tempura, simmered with seafood, in soups, stews, and it's got digestive enzymes, which is a nice bonus.
Oh, interesting. And shiso, that leafy herb.
Shiso. Often in salad dressings. It's got a unique flavor, kind of minty, kind of basil-like, and it's surprisingly nutritious, packed with omega-3s.
Good for the brain, right. And what about renken, lotus root? I love the texture.
That crispness is fantastic, isn't it? Great in stir-fries or tempura, and again, valued nutritionally. Then, of course, wasabi with sushi.
Can't forget wasabi.
And satsuma imo, the Japanese sweet potato. It's naturally sweet, used in desserts like daigaku imo candied sweet potato. Some even call it a beauty secret.
So you can really see this deep-seated culture around appreciating and using a wide range of vegetables intentionally.
Absolutely. And it extends to how they prepare them, too. It's not just boiling everything.
What kind of methods are common?
Well, lots of variety. Steaming, which preserves nutrients really well. Fermentation, brilliant for gut health. Slow cooking, pan frying, stir frying.
And the way meals are often served, that seems quite different too. Lots of small dishes, right? And often starting with soup.
Yes, that's a really common practice. A bowl of miso soup, perhaps, before the main parts of the meal.
What's the thinking behind that, do you think?
Well, it encourages mindful eating, perhaps prevents overeating later. And combined with staples like rice and fish, this approach with multiple small dishes, including vegetables and soup, naturally leads to a good daily fiber intake.
Which is crucial for digestion and blood sugar control.
Exactly.
Okay, let's switch gears slightly. Tea. It feels like more than just a beverage in Japan.
Oh, absolutely. It's woven into the cultural fabric. A huge percentage of the population drinks tea daily, and even more so multiple times a week. It increases with age, too.
Mainly green tea.
Predominantly green tea, yes. It's almost a ritual for many.
And science seems to be catching up, finding reasons why it's so beneficial.
It does seem that way. Research points towards potential benefits like stronger teeth, better blood vessel elasticity, which is great for heart health.
I've heard about fat burning and anti-aging too.
There's research exploring those areas, yes, and even potential links to extending lifespan. The catechins in green tea are powerful antioxidants. It's fascinating how this ancient practice aligns with modern science.
It really is. Another thing that stands out is the emphasis on freshness, especially raw foods.
Yes, that's a big one. There's a strong culture of consuming food very close to when it was harvested or caught.
How do they manage that? Is it just easier geographically?
Partly. Japan's geography and efficient distribution helps, but there's also a deep cultural belief that this freshness provides more energy, more vitality.
And you can't talk about raw food in Japan without mentioning seafood. Sashimi is iconic.
It really is the heart of raw Japanese cuisine for many. The abundance of incredibly fresh fish and shellfish is a cornerstone of their diet.
Providing good protein and those all-important omega-3s.
Exactly. Omega-3 fatty acids are crucial for cardiovascular health, brain function, reducing inflammation, the list goes on.
Okay, so we've talked general principles, but are there specific regions known for even greater longevity?
Yes, Amami Island in Kagoshima Prefecture is often highlighted. It's been a focus for researchers.
What makes umami special?
Several factors seem to be at play. The environment itself, the air and water, are thought to be particularly mineral-rich, possibly due to sea winds and the island's mountains.
Interesting. And diet?
Their diet features even higher consumption of seafood than the national average, lots of seaweed, and a unique local brown sugar. Plus, just generally, a healthy, active lifestyle seems common. Historically, they had a very high rate of centenarians.
Wow. I remember reading about Hongo Kamado from Amami lived to 116. Her habits sounded quite unusual.
Extremely unusual. Sleeping for 2 days, awake for 2 days, and drinking shochu made from that local brown sugar. While she's an outlier, her story highlights the unique environment.
So the mineral-rich water, high seafood, and seaweed intake.
Yes, and the brown sugar is interesting too. Plus, the social aspect shouldn't be underestimated.
What do you mean?
Strong family bonds. Elders are often actively cared for within the family structure, and older adults tend to stay physically active and engaged in the community. That social connection is vital.
That makes sense. So pulling all this together, what are the key takeaways? This idea of dietary wisdom.
I think that captures it well. It's not just rules, it's a kind of integrated understanding, balancing scientific knowledge with climate, lifestyle, physical activity, even mental well-being.
And some specific daily habits seem common too, like starting the day with water.
A simple but potentially important one, rehydrating first thing. Some traditions suggest warm water, maybe a tiny pinch of salt.
And that face and neck rubbing with a damp towel. Cold in summer, warm in winter.
Yeah, that's believed to boost circulation, maybe even gently stimulate the thyroid. Small things, but perhaps cumulatively significant.
There was also mention of light head tapping.
Tapping the forehead and neck, yes. Thought to enhance brain function.
And hydrotherapy, alternating water temperatures.
Contrast showers, basically.
Right.
Applying soap, then alternating cold and warm water over certain areas. It's thought to invigorate and stimulate circulation.
Plus acupressure on the thighs during bathing. And abdominal massage before sleep. It sounds like a very holistic approach to self-care.
It really does. These aren't necessarily huge interventions, but consistent, mindful practices.
We also saw that list of 10 health lessons, summarizing the philosophy.
Okay, yes, those were quite insightful. Things like eat less meat, more vegetables, less salt, more sour, less sugar, more fruit.
Less refined carbs, more milk. Though dairy isn't huge traditionally, is it?
Less so than in the West, but maybe reflecting a shift or a broader principle of whole foods. Then lifestyle things. Wear fewer clothes, bathe more often, drive less, walk more.
Worry less, sleep more. That's a good one.
Definitely. Get angry less, laugh more, talk less, do more, and desire less, share more.
It covers so much: diet, activity, mental state, social connection. Really holistic.
And the idea is these principles help combat common issues like hypertension, cardiovascular disease. It shows the power of daily choices.
Let's talk about mindful eating again. That Okinawan concept, hara hachibu.
Yes, eating until you're 80% full. A cornerstone of Okinawan longevity. It gives your brain time about 20 minutes to register satiety signals.
So it prevents that feeling of being stuffed, basically.
Exactly. And it naturally leads to consuming fewer calories overall. We know from research that calorie restriction within healthy limits might slow aging and extend lifespan. Smaller portions in Japan generally help with this too.
Gut health seems really important too, all the fermented foods.
Absolutely. Centuries of eating fermented and pickled vegetables like tsukemono have likely contributed to very healthy gut microbiomes for many Japanese people.
How does fermentation help?
The fermentation process pre-digests nutrients, making them easier to absorb, and it populates the gut with beneficial bacteria.
And the gut is linked to immunity, right?
Massively. Around 80% of our immune cells are thought to reside in the gut. So a healthy gut means a stronger immune system. Think of foods like miso, the fermented soybean paste, or suguki pickles.
The turnip pickles, studied for flu prevention.
That's the one. These are dietary staples contributing to gut health.
We also mentioned walking more. It seems ingrained in daily life.
Very much so. People walk frequently throughout the day to the station, for errands, etc. It's not always structured exercise, just part of life. And studies consistently link regular walking to longer life.
And for older adults, things like Tai Chi.
Yes, you often see groups practicing Tai Chi in parks. It's excellent for balance, flexibility, and stress reduction, all crucial as we age.
It also seems there's a strong culture of health awareness and prevention.
That's definitely a key factor. Encouragement of annual health checkups, which are often free or subsidized. Even workplaces sometimes get involved in employee health.
Like managing weight.
Sometimes, yes, there's a general societal emphasis on being health conscious, eating well, exercising, listening to your body. Plus, government investment in public health infrastructure plays a big role.
So it's a combination of individual choices and supportive systems.
Precisely. High public health awareness is a major contributor to their longevity.
We touched on Okinawa. Their specific diet pattern is often studied too, isn't it?
Yes, the traditional Okinawa diet is low in calories but nutrient-dense. Lots of vegetables, whole grains, fish, some lean meat, tea. Not overly filling meals.
Very low calorie density in many foods.
Right. High intake of grains, vegetables, fruits, maybe 7 portions of each daily plus legumes. Use of herbs, spices, seaweed. Fish a few times a week. Lower intake of other animal products and dairy. Limited alcohol, sugar, salt. Lots of water and tea.
It's remarkable how they maintain this longevity despite modern stresses, long working hours.
It is. And while debated, diet seems a likely major protective factor against those modern stressors.
What about rice? Is it always white rice?
Traditionally, yes, often polished white rice. But there's also Zakkokumai, multigrain rice, which is gaining popularity and has deep roots too.
What's in that?
It's a mix: brown rice, black rice, barley, millet, quinoa, amaranth, sometimes up to 16 different grains. It's lower in starch, higher in fiber, iron, B vitamins, minerals compared to white rice.
So a more nutrient-dense option.
Definitely. Beneficial for everyone, but especially perhaps pregnant women or those managing diabetes or high blood pressure, often mixed with white rice for cooking.
The Japanese government even has dietary guidelines like our food pyramid.
Yes, they call it the spinning top. It emphasizes daily servings. 5-7 grains, 5-6 vegetables, 3-5 fish, meat, egg, soy, 2 milk, dairy, and 2 fruit.
But the serving sizes are quite small, aren't they?
Yes, that's important context. A vegetable serving might only be 70 grams, so it encourages variety and frequency over large portions.
We keep going back to fish. Sushi is probably the most famous example.
It is. That combination of vinegared rice and fresh fish or seafood. The omega-3s are key for heart health, circulation.
Good for the brain and eyes too, I believe. And inflammation.
Correct. Fish also provides selenium, an important antioxidant that boosts immunity. And the way they often handle fish for sushi, chilling it to very low temperatures, is also about hygiene.
And seaweed. It seems to be in everything.
It's incredibly nutrient-rich, packed with minerals often lacking elsewhere due to soil depletion, things like iodine, zinc, magnesium, calcium.
Good for immunity and heart health as well.
Research suggests potential benefits there, yes. Fighting free radicals, supporting cardiovascular function. It's used in soups, salads, rice balls. Very versatile.
And matcha, the powdered green tea.
Ah, matcha. Even more concentrated in antioxidants, specifically those catechins we mentioned earlier. Also rich in flavonoids generally, which fight cellular damage and may protect against chronic diseases.
Doesn't it also contain something that helps with stress?
L-theanine. It's an amino acid believed to promote relaxation and reduce nervous tension, potentially countering some negative effects of stress.
Then there are the pickled vegetables, tsukemono.
Yes, common in Japan, also Korea. When naturally fermented, they are probiotic, supporting digestion, nutrient absorption, and potentially helping with immune function.
Important distinction, naturally fermented.
Very important. Many commercially available pickles today use vinegar and heat, which doesn't provide the same probiotic benefits.
And briefly, dashi, the soup stock.
Yes, dashi is the foundational broth for so many healthy Japanese dishes: soups, simmered vegetables, sauces, often made from kombu seaweed and bonito fish flakes. It provides that savory umami depth.
Wow. We've covered so much ground, explored so many different facets, contributing to Japanese longevity.
It's truly a multi-layered picture, isn't it? Diet, lifestyle, culture, environment, mindset. They all seem to play a part.
From the incredible variety of vegetables and the freshness of seafood to mindful practices like harahachibu and the cultural importance of tea.
To the focus on gut health through fermented foods and the simple but profound benefits of walking and gentle exercise like Tai Chi.
And that underlying culture of health awareness and prevention is clearly vital too. Traditional patterns like the spinning top diet or the Okinawa diet offer real guidance.
It really emphasizes balance, moderation, and a connection to whole natural foods.
So as we wrap up, what really stands out to you, our listeners? Which aspects of this Japanese approach resonated most? Maybe there's one small thing you could incorporate into your own routine.
It's often not about drastic overhaul, but those consistent, small, positive habits that add up over time.
Absolutely. Well, if you found this deep dive fascinating, please do give this video a like and maybe share it with someone else who'd find it interesting.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts or any questions you have. Leave them in the comments below.
And critically, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Care Insights. That way you won't miss our future discussions on health, psychology, and well-being for older adults.
We look forward to bringing you more valuable insights soon.
Thanks so much for joining us today.